Oh, it's Duncan of the Scottish women's team.
Yeah.
How you getting on?
Yeah, I mean, here we are on day, goodness me, what day is it?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
You can tell that we're in camp. You know, we arrived in camp here at Peffermill with the University of Edinburgh on Saturday, so we've had a great few days actually, and it's been a mixture of hockey and non-hockey. You know, the girls have just come off the back of a really good 2-week taper period, so from a physical perspective, just trying to get them ready to explode out the blocks next Friday when we play South Africa. And we spent a bit of time just trying to kind of take them off the hockey pitch and get them in some different environments for the last few days, which has been really successful. So feeling good just now, not tired yet.
What are the expectations?
Yeah, I know we're ranked 7th in the Commonwealth, just based on our world ranking. So we go in there, you know, first and foremost looking to achieve that. But to be honest, we don't really think too much about ranking, because I think if we get bogged down in that, we start setting ourselves expectations and that are really difficult to manage. So we're very process focused and have spoken a lot over the last few months about how we want to be viewed and how we want to portray ourselves on the world stage. And I think you know, we have a difficult group against some really high class opposition, but you know, we go there with the expectation that we have a brand of hockey that we want to show, and hopefully we can go out there and be as successful as possible, but very much by taking it one game at a time. I think if we start to think too much about the end result, we don't want to miss something that's right in front of our eyes.
What is the brand? What is the Scottish style of play?
Probably very different to what it's been in the past. I mean, I think if we look at Scotland teams over the last few years, they've lacked goals. We've been probably a little bit negative in terms of how we play. We've tried to soak up pressure and we've tried to stop other teams playing, but we've had a lot of conversations about how we really want to be viewed as an attacking force and a bit more of an aggressor when we play. And I think a signal of that was we went to Ireland at the end of April, and I think having played against Ireland over the last few years, we've probably scored 3 goals over that entire phase. But you know, we came back having scored 11 goals in 3 games against a really top quality side, and I think that was signalled what we want to do and how we want to be. And we want to go, we want to score goals, we want to play exciting hockey, we want to be part of the reset in Scottish hockey who, you know, brings fans to the stadiums to watch us play and to try and not just grow what we can do but also grow the sport. So the brand is very fast. We like to play at a nice tempo and we're trying our best to be able to manage that. We like to defend high, we show real intent to win the ball and get after teams, and at the end of the day we'd probably rather win 4-3 than 1-0, because it's harder to score goals than it is to stop them going in.
Who are the biggest rivals to Scotland in this games?
I think every other team that has expectations to go and do well, to be honest. But I think when we look at our group, there's obviously Australia, who are one of the world's best sides, and I think playing against them is going to be an experience.
Came third at the World Cup.
Yeah, and I think really well deserved actually in terms of how they played. They look in great physical condition. Their coach has done a great job at kind of remodelling how they play. So I think we're excited to play them, but that feels like a long way away just now because that's our last game in the pool. So we hope that by the time we get there, we have an idea of where we are. I think the reality is, you know, for us, South Africa is a big target game. Yeah, they're the team that's probably the closest to us in the world rankings, and the one that they are ranked above us in the Commonwealth and probably are expected to do better than us in the competition. So the way the lie of the land sits is we play them game 1, so it's going to be really exciting to see where we're at. And then New Zealand are a good side, but we have aspirations of being a top 10 side one day, and to be there we're going to have to beat top 10 sides, so we have that opportunity to go out and play. So, you know, all of them are rivals. I think every single team in our group, but I think the big focus for us is not getting too drawn into what they do and really being, you know, pretty steadfast that we want to stamp our authority on the game.
How does the Commonwealth Games compare to the other tournaments out there?
It's very different. I think it's the one time that you don't just represent Scottish hockey, but you represent Team Scotland, and I think that's quite a unique experience being part of a multi-sport event. You know, a lot of the girls speak fondly about their memories of the opening ceremony and also being in the village when somebody comes back with a medal for Scotland, and there's this real feeling of pride. You know, we went to the Team Scotland camp a couple of weeks ago, and already there's that sense of team, which I think is a really cool thing that everyone's sort of bought into. Is it's not just us going there to represent Scottish hockey, but you know, we are part of Scotland, we represent that flag, and I think we all for years have had loads of pride in our country in whatever sport, and it's really cool to now be a part of that. You know, we obviously get to represent in lots of competitions on European and world stage, but the difference here is that it's very unique. And in reality, it's strange because when we look at it, you know, European Championships is a big deal to us in terms of world ranking points and in terms of where we sit in Europe. But there's something quite special and probably a bit spine tingling about the Commonwealth Games that we're looking forward to.
Chris, thanks so much.
My pleasure, thank you.